Hi, welcome to this video. Today we're going to look at some of the newest preset of the filmpresets.com. So we're going to start with just a regular formal portrait for wedding photography, and we're going to move on into engagement and some other sort of style of photography. So starting with this pretty basic picture, we'll make sure all the adjustments are gone, so there's not an adjustment removal option. So this is pretty much how it came out from the camera. If you want to know more in terms of what we're working on, this picture was taken with the Nikon D2XS. It was just JPEG mode. Was like a sunny day, white balance, ISO 100, 38mm lens, 3.2 aperture, and 1.8. And so we're gonna go back and into the adjustment real quick, and we're gonna look into some presets that work very well with this sort of picture. So this video assumes that you already installed the grain Photoshop action, that you're working off of Aperture, and you installed both the toolbox and the film simulation collection 1. So we're going to go ahead and apply just the Kodachrome 64, and the presets itself might be oversaturated when you come off from a picture of this kind. And so when you look at it this way, the good thing we can do, we have a couple of variants. So we got the 64. You could use the expire one to obtain a slightly different tone into contrast, or the over that in a sense wash off some of the color. So we're gonna stick to the original 64, and we're gonna use the toolbox to smooth down a little bit the tone and make this picture a little more the way that I envision it, so lighter tones and so forth. So here we are in the toolbox. When you see lights, you can either use the bright that makes it a little brighter, but down into the contrast, we're gonna have a lighter contrast that remove some of the oversaturated color. So give it a second, and here you go. So brighten up a bit. And another good thing, another feature for this picture that has a subject that is not as big as the full frame, is definitely vignette. So you can try on the toolbox vignette or vignette more, so whichever you think is more appropriate. In this case I will go with just a simple vignette as it is. And now the final touch will be to add a little more light, because vignette tends to darken it. So I just go and into the light, I might go ahead and put a little bit of brighter touch, just like that. And now I'm gonna add some noise. So in order to get the film grain, noise, or whatever filter you want to call it, you have to edit with Photoshop CS5. So you already downloaded the action, so you can either export this picture and work off of Photoshop, or there's a quick adjustment in Aperture under preferences that allow you to choose an external photo editor. So you're gonna put Photoshop in there. So once you have that set up in there, all you do is edit with Photoshop CS5, and that will open this picture in the Photoshop. So for instance, if you go down to the bar, you'll see Photoshop opening up. And as soon as that Photoshop is open, we're going to add some film grain or noise, and we'll come back and we'll compare the two pictures prior and after. So for instance, in here I have the film preset, film grain. You don't really need to start and open a picture because we already have it open. So you just go directly on add noise and press the play button, and it'll give you a small preview. So what I usually do, I go to the faces of the subject and work from there on. So 3 appear to be a little small. I'm gonna go and apply 7.5. For this picture format might be okay, because it depends on the size of your photo. And then once you're done, you simply save it. And once you have that saved, you give it a few seconds, and you see Photoshop, Aperture, it's basically at this time it's processing the photo. And when this is done, what you'll see is this small item down here, there at the bottom, this kind of little circle, that it's simply telling you that the photo was edited with an external editor, in this case Photoshop. So let's give it a few more seconds. In the meanwhile, I'll drop this down the thumbnail, and I'm going to remove all the adjustment we have made into the picture that was not edited with Photoshop. So reset all adjustments, and this goes back to the original. And now this is the one you edited with Photoshop. And the noise, the grain and noise will come up shortly. So at this point you can get them both, you can compare it, and we go full screen. All right, so this is the picture that came off from the camera, and this is after applying the film presets and the grain. And then again, if you want to look at the final results, here you have it. You got the grain, as you can see it on the door. You have the vignetting going on, and definitely more of a film look. So let's go ahead and pick a different series. Let's say you're more into sort of engagement photography and so forth. I happen to have a couple of series that might work well for this demonstration. So we pick up something with some neutral light. Let's pick this one up. And so make sure there's no adjustments, no adjustment in here. We'll go ahead and put in some presets. And so let's see. I'm gonna go down with Kodachrome Memorial. So it's gonna give it kind of a vintage look, you know. And let's see what happened there. Here we go. So you have the picture. You can boost it up to full screen and just look at it. That's it. So we go back in here. Just some minor tune-ups. You can leave it alone or use the toolbox. I would like to wash this one out so colors wash out, and look what happened there. So we'll keep the film look and the film kind of basics, but it wash out the color a little bit. Then you can decide to add tone or not. And at this point, the picture it's pretty much the way that I wanted to see it. Some variants to the Memorial. It's definitely the expired one or the other. And so this is yet another example. Let's do one more from another collection, and we'll go from there. Let's see what we got. All right. So we'll pick this one up. And in this one, we're going to make it black and white. So we're going to use a Tri-X 400. Let's see. Let me see. All right. Let's use the basic one. And this is way more than just a black and white, right? So it's doing lots of work into adjustments and so forth. And there we go. All right. So back to the toolbox. And we're going to have this one with the lighter contrast. And the same process apply for the film grain. So you go back to Photoshop, and you'll add some film grain in there. Here you have it. So same process, just add noise. Let's go down with the 7.5. For this picture size will work okay. Once it is applied, it just hit save. And then going back in here, you'll see the little small round marker. I'll tell you that was edited outside. I go to the previous picture and remove all the adjustment. So what you do is just right click and tell them to reset all adjustments. And then we're going to compare the two before and after, and go full screen. And there you have it. So you have the original picture as it came off from the camera, and then edited with one of the Kodak Tri-X 400, just the regular presets, and I had 7.5 film grain